so that you will be able to plan and budget your funds more organized.
I see. Maybe we can talk more about that in another episode.
Yes,
no?
yes.
All the funds that we can ask our viewers to choose from, and what are the different products that BDO can help our viewers save.
Yes, but for the viewers now who want to go, they can just approach any branch of BDO and ask about the EIP, the Easy Investment Plan.
Okay.
And then the branch people can tell them
all over the
about
Philippines.
Yes, it's nationwide.
The book, Racing Pinoy Boys, before we end our segment. No? Tell us about your book. I mean, what made you think of writing a book?
It's my midlife crisis project. Well, anyway, no, it's a midlife. All my 3 sons are already grown up. So I thought, aside from my own experiences, I was able to interview the parents of successful Pinoy men, such as of my over 2 decades of parenting. And there it is. It's about raising Pinoy boys. And as you know, here we have Chris too on the screen a while ago. And then the president of BDO, they are also 3 boys, and all of them are very successful. President of BDO, president of RCBC.
Okay.
And there's Lance Gokongwei,
yeah.
and of course, as I mentioned, Chris too.
How is the reception of the book? I mean,
Yeah,
Marvin said, mothers or parents to read na with boys lang. Paano yung kung girls lang?
Well, I have a lot of friends and even anonymous readers who have given me feedback that they were able to apply a lot of the insights that they got from the book with their daughters. So, and one of the favorites actually there is chapter 6 on money matters, which is our topic right now.
I see. So that's good. So viewers, if you have time, can read this, Racing Pinoy Boys by Rose Fausto.
Yes.
And it's a very good read, especially now, like our topic is Rasing Savers. So it's really good that we start our
Very young.
our kids very young to
Yes.
save, because that's going to be a good foundation of a good economy.
Yes, that's
Really,
right. That's
saving.
right, really.
So we have to take a break. A last few words before we take a break, because later we'll ask the boys to come in.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. You will see the fruits of our labor.
Yeah. So
well, actually, I'd like to invite them not just to buy, but to also register with the website. It's www.racingpinoyboys.com.
Yeah, I also just like to say that what my wife said, like for my naman, it's not really how much you earn.
yeah,
They must remember it's not how much you earn, but how much you save.
That's
counts.
true.
I think that's what we want to tell our viewers.
Yes, that's true. So it's not how much you earn, really. It's not it's how much you save, because the fruit of the core of all our work and doing business is really to create wealth by saving, right? So we'll have to take a break, and we'll see you in a few minutes, and we'll ask the boys to come in.
Okay.
Consuelo after a while. So that's one thing. And number 4, so boys, so Martin and Enrique, and you are the kuya, you said, of everybody. And you're still in school.
Yes, I'm currently taking up business management in Ateneo, in Manila, and I'm on my senior year, so 1 more year before I start working and entering the workforce.
And do you already know what you want to take up? I'm sure, like this. Yeah, you already
I
know.
sort of have a grasp on what I want to do, but there's no exact saying like what I'm going to be when I grow up. So
Let me
per week. And then they told us that it wasn't exactly like a forced upon rule, but then it was like a guideline that there's supposed to be 20% saved. And then since we already had our own baon na food, so it wasn't that hard. It's just for the extra French fries or whatever snacks you want. So,
actually, they didn't really impose it on us.
yeah, not really.
They showed us how.
You're not saying that's because your mom and dad's watching,
Because when they were asking that question, I never really remembered any negative feeling in saving. I mean, we had our own boxes or treasure chests before, and then we had our notebooks. And each week, our mom would ask us, okay, so how much did you save this week? And then we'd take note of them. But then it wasn't really a chore. It was sort of like part of our daily life. It's like doing your homework. Actually, doing homework was more of a hassle than saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least it's just once a week.
Yeah, and it also felt good that when you write it down, you feel like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
actually getting more money
yeah.
after this.
So, with the savings, I mean, you're the eldest, so you've saved more kasi from grade 1, di ba? And then you're graduating already. Was there a time that you wanted to withdraw a part of it to buy something that you really wanted to get for yourself?
Splurge on?
To splurge on.
Well, one time in grade school, the three of us wanted to buy a Game Boy.
Okay.
Because we wanted to play Pokemon back then.
Yeah, that
and then
was-
our mom said, "Oh, why don't you save for it?" So, okay, challenge accepted.
So the three
So
of
like
us,
one Game Boy each.
No, no,
one
just-
Game Boy for the three
For
of
the
us.
three of you, okay.
and it was funny because when we went to the store,
Yeah, we went to Toy
we
Club.
brought our big chests,
Yeah.
Each of us bought our own
box
treasure
of
chest.
savings, and then so when you paid, you had to open up and then the coins and the 20
peso bills, like all of our allowance. Not all actually.
Yeah.
We still managed to save some. But then the Game Boy was about what, 3,000 or 4,000?
I'm not.
But the store lady was laughing when she
Very
saw
amused.
all the barya being put there. So that was the biggest purchase we had.
And
When
that
you
was
were
when you were
kids.
grade school.
Yeah.
Yes, grade school. After that, I don't know. Personally, I timed my big spendings on my birthdays so that it will be a gift
Yeah.
instead of coming from my own pocket. But then I don't know. We don't really spend that often or that big.
Would you have it other way? I'm sure your friends they're not as disciplined savers as you are. I mean, I'm just guessing that maybe because not everybody are savers, especially at your age. Would you have it the other way around? Like, sana na lang my mom didn't or my parents didn't really make a save so that I can like buy the latest gadget like what they have, what my friends have, or something like. Did you ever think you had it sana another way?
For me, I think that's a dangerous attitude towards purchasing things like either for your needs or wants. I mean, it's good that we were able to save. I mean, they taught us how to save earlier on because we're still dependent on them. It's better to make mistakes right now that we still live under their house instead of committing those mistakes when we have our own family or when we start working. For me, I think I wouldn't have it any other way. It's a good practice for us.
As the kuya, do you tell them the same thing also? It's good that mom and dad is telling us to save, don't complain or things like. Do you tell them that as
Well,
the kuya?
there was no
because
need to
none of
nag.
us were complaining
Okay.
actually, because we all saw the benefits of saving. Like all our savings were going up. Because recently our mom asked us to make balance sheets every quarter.
Balance
And-
sheets, mom.
Training for accounting.
Yeah.
And then it was it was good.
We were pretty surprised that after
Um,
all the years, we actually
Gained.
have
money.
have a lot. Yeah, but since we were able to make it all clear in front of us, like what we've been saving for, there's like a purpose to it now, and we see
True.
where the numbers are actually going, and we're pretty happy with how things are.
Just to add what he said, I think it's important that the child or the individual has a stake of ownership in his own savings instead of just having his or her parents automatically put it in the bank account without him knowing how much he actually received. Because if you're aware of how much you have, at least you can have the initiative and you sort of have the sense of ownership that okay, this is my quote unquote baby, this is my project, and it's up to me to take care of it. So I guess they have to be aware also of what's happening in their own savings and not just the parents. I mean, it's good that the parents are